person says this person had this show in mind when they spoke the words that you'll hear.
Okay. Now, you're hearing a boom right now. What they're doing is testing the fireworks, just to make sure that everything is in place.
You got a nice scream out of it, I'd say.
Go off. We had some reaction from the crowd, a little bit of a surprise for folks, but you're going to be hearing a few more of those as you can hear behind us.
All right, now, look back toward the west end of Louisville by the canal there. There you go.
Again, those are just some test shots, we understand, as the barges move into place.
And everybody's going,
show.
Are they going to line them off early? Was that a mistake? What's going on?
Yeah, everybody's moving closer to the edges to get a better view when we still have another hour or so to go.
All right, the bridge test is coming up next. Would this be the bridge that Barry Bernson's on, I wonder?
Well,
we'll
in just a moment. We'll find out. You might be able to see our blimp cam moving over the bridge as well.
There we go.
There we go. There was one right near it. Here we go.
And they got the blimp.
And they got.
Hey, remember the Hindenburg, guys.
Again, there's a test shots. Again, of the fireworks. Got a little bit of applause there. It just builds the excitement because everybody's waiting for the fireworks anyway, all day here, and then you see a few of them go off. It just makes you just want that show even more.
And there's the view from the Bud 1 airship, and of course you can't maneuver that thing out of the way real quick.
Right.
So you better be in the right place at the right time.
I think that must be what they're doing. I think they're getting in position to.
In an airship, you turn the wheel, and 15 minutes later you get your turn. So you got to really, think ahead.
You got to plan ahead.
You sure do.
And I think that's what they're doing. They're getting into position as well. You see this huge long barge moving up here. Again, more tests. More test firing and reverb through the downtown area. It is, again, exciting. We're seeing record crowds of people this year, record numbers, 650, 700,000 folks here already. And we're getting ready for the big show. And we will take a break now, come right back, and bring you much, much more as our extended coverage continues here on the News Channel, WHAS 11.
Nice test.
Welcome to Thunder over Louisville, the opening ceremonies of the Kentucky Derby Festival and the national celebration of the 50th anniversary of the United States Air Force. Thunder over Louisville is sponsored by the Kroger Company, always on the cutting edge. By Tyson Holly Farms, We're Chicken. By Kraft Oscar Mayer, Kraft, bringing you good food and good food ideas. By UPS, moving at the speed of business. And by Coca-Cola. Always refreshing, always Coca-Cola. The official Emmy Award-winning telecast of Thunder over Louisville is an exclusive production of Kentuckiana's News Channel, WHAS 11. A wild blue thunder. You haven't seen anything till you've seen everything. Now, here are your hosts, Gary Rodemeyer and Melissa Swan.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to the Belvedere on the riverfront in downtown Louisville. This is Thunder.
And you are watching the official 90-minute broadcast of Thunder over Louisville here on WHAS 11. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show. I'm Melissa Swan.
And I'm Gary Rodemeyer.
And as the 8 fireworks barges have moved into the area, we have seen already some fireworks that have thrilled the crowd, just a mini display. And there are more on the way as the 8 barges that are carrying the fireworks for the display get underway and move into position. There you're seeing some of them right now coming off the end of a barge.
And that isn't thunder. That's just the salute.
And let us tell you about that salute. That is bigger than the very first Gargantua, the big grand finale of the very first Thunder over Louisville. There you saw it as just a simple salute. It is nothing compared to what you are going to see for the grand finale tonight.
That's how far we've come in 7 years. As you know, I covered the first Thunder over Louisville, and it was at noon. They held it at daytime hours and decided after that maybe fireworks display would look better at night. Well, it's advanced by leaps and bounds over the past 7 years to this magnificent air show and Thunder over Louisville event that we have to kick off the Kentucky.
Each time in this century that our country has needed them, we've turned to the men and women of our armed services. We've asked them to protect our shores, protect our lives, protect our country, our families, our honor to live among free people. It is this day that we come together to pay tribute to one of those services that has served us so well, with honor and with pride, to those who have served using compassion as well as the might of force. It is this day that the men and women of the United States Air Force celebrate their 50th anniversary. For 50 years, they have stood sentinel. For 50 years, they've accepted the will of their president and of their nation. For 50 years, they have taken to the sky to serve freedom's call. Yes, for 50 years, they have never cowered in the face of destiny, in the face of fear, protecting freedom. It is with pride that the people of Kentucky and Indiana share in the celebration of their glory in the major salute of the nation, the American people, to the United States Air Force. Just as the American eagle stands as our symbol of strength and security, the men and women of the United States Air Force have stood as an inspiration for 50 years. They've come to us from the shores of California to Liberty's Gate in New York, and from the plains of Texas to the Black Hills of the Dakotas. From 42 of our 50 states, military planes, pilots, and crews have been streaming from all over the globe to Louisville for one of the largest peacetime celebrations in the history of the armed forces. All of our armed services have come together to salute the Air Force, the Army, the Navy, the Marines, the Coast Guard. The Derby Festival and all of Kentucky and Indiana are proud to stand in salute to the United States Air Force and all of the men and women of all of the armed forces.
A wonderful salute there to the 50th anniversary of the U.S. Air Force. And again, you can hear Walter Cronkite, who has read both of the salutes, one to America itself and one to the USAF, as it celebrates its 50th anniversary. And this has been a very wonderful and very fitting celebration all day long.
As we heard, the next Air Force show, the only other one like this in the country, will be out at the Air Force Thunderbirds home base, Nellis Air Force Base in Las Vegas. That one coming up a little bit later in the summer, but this has been the big kickoff for them. Just a few moments, we're going to have one of the Thunderbirds, the right wing, Rob Gibbons, is going to come up and talk to us. He has dropped by, and it looks like we're getting ready for an assault on the 2nd Street Bridge.
That's right. This is a simulated destruction of the 2nd Street Bridge that you're watching right now, with fireworks and also with aircraft in the air. World War II aircraft are performing this simulated destruction. Keep in mind, our Barry Burnson is on the bridge at this time.
Jeff, I don't know if you can see the aircraft involved.
Yeah, there's the B-17 came by. There's the B-25. They're simulating a night strike on the bridge, and it looks like they've hit the bridge.
Something definitely has.
Something definitely hit the bridge.
I don't know, originally, though, the bridge strikes had all those red flares as well.
Yeah, right.
It's the white ones.
Maybe it's anti-aircraft fire.
It must
One
be.
or the other, but we've got the sirens going off for the air raid, and the World War II bombers going overhead.
The 2nd Street Bridge certainly has more powder smudges on it than any bridge in America. It's blown up periodically every year at this time, but seems to bounce back, and it's not only a a motor bridge, but a footbridge. A lot of people use it to walk across and run across, and it's a great old institution here in Louisville, and we use it for a number of purposes, including simulated blowing up.
Right. But I'm sure Monday morning when you try to cross it, it will be there. And we'll be right back with more of Thunder over Louisville and, of course, the big fireworks show after this.